What's going on, everybody? Welcome back, or welcome to another video. I'm Edward the Collector, and today we're going to be taking a look at an older figure. So, Throwback Monday, because that's when this video is going to be coming out. This is Transformers Power of the Primes Leader Class Optimus Prime. And here he is in his truck mode, and it doesn't look too bad. It definitely doesn't look good. We've gotten much better Optimus Prime figures since this figure came out, but it looks kind of cool. It's the classic red and blue truck with the gray trailer with the cool striping. Up here you see his gun, which you can take that out, which I'll show off in a second. But just overall, here's the truck. 360. It's not terrible, but my main complaint about it is the lack of smokestacks. They're just kind of molded red in a weird position, so it kind of just looks like weird ears. So that kind of sucks. But also, you can just see the matrix right there. Is, fine. But it rolls nicely, so that's pretty good. But the actual biggest complaint about this figure probably is the foil stickers. I really do not like foil stickers. I'm really glad that they stopped doing those around, Siege era, because I was getting real tired of these on Titan's Return and Power of the Primes figures. But here's the truck, and this figure actually has kind of there's a head right there. It has a cool feature, which we'll show off in a second after this comparison, but it's not actually just Optimus. It's, if people remember, it's Orion Pax and Optimus. So it's technically two figures in one, and we'll get to that in a second. But for comparison, here he is with the Siege and Earthrise mold, because that's the one I have in vehicle mode right now. So, Siege Optimus mold, but it's Nemesis Prime just because I have him in vehicle mode. But next to the Earthrise trailer, which looks so much better, just because it's solid. Hang on. It's not, there's not arms on top. There's not the gun up top. It's not hollow for whatever reason up there. It's just, it looks nice. It's smooth. But here they are together. Pretty cool. And now, there's not much else to say about the vehicle mode, because it's just, it's a truck. It's the classic Optimus Prime truck and trailer, but it looks kind of worse than any other Optimus Prime truck and trailer. So, the first part of this transformation is actually cool. I gotta say, it's pretty cool. So first, you just want to take the trailer and put it off to the side. You just put it over there. But first, let's take the gun out, actually. It just kind of, there's two peg holes. It splits apart. You can put it up top, like on the roof. Or you can give it to him in a second. So, trailer off to the side. Guns off to the side. Here's the truck. It's the same as with the trailer, but without the trailer. So it rolls nicely. But with all that to say, to transform them, you want to flip up the side panels, the side wheels, and then bring them around to the back. And you can kind of see where it's going, but not yet. Bring around the arms, like this, and then flip down the hand. Same on the other side, like this. Bring up this chest piece, and then bring down the head. Bring down the legs, bring around the legs, and flip up the foot. And here is Orion Pax, which, if you're not familiar, which I feel like you should be by now, Orion Pax is what Optimus was before he became Optimus Prime. He was like a librarian, or in some continuities, a miner, as in like mining for stuff, not a child. But yeah, he looks pretty cool. He looks very Orion Pax-like. He has, it's basically just a younger version of Optimus. So I guess it would be a minor. But young face, rounded head with like the weird fin. He's very like rounded, kind of. But it's good. It looks good as Orion Pax. It's a really good looking Orion Pax figure. For articulation, he has a ball joint at the head, so he can look up that far, look down that far. Full 360 at the arm. You can go out that far. He has a bicep swivel, a double jointed elbow, which is pretty cool. Nothing at the wrist, which is kind of disappointing, but it's, you know, somewhat older figure, so it's not too bad. He can kick, he can go back, he can go out a little bit, not much there. He has a thigh swivel and a knee bend and a toe point, but that's not really a piece of articulation, it's for the transformation. But yeah, so nothing crazy, but he wasn't doing anything crazy when he was Orion Pax, really, so there he is. But you can also give him these guns if you want, but I don't really think that's accurate to him. He was kind of lame when he was Orion Pax, but there we go. 2 guns. One actually looks like a good gun, and one that just looks like the butt of a real gun, which it is. So, pretty cool looking. For a comparison, to show off kind of like his height, here he is next to Siege Optimus. So he's about Voyager class size. He's like kind of old to deluxe size, new Voyager class size, like just somewhere in that range. So yeah, not bad. And now for the actual Optimus Prime part. To turn him into the chest for Optimus Prime, which is actually a pretty cool thing to do, you want to just bring up the arms like you're transforming him again, bring down the head and the chest, bring up the Optimus Prime head, bring it around, fold in the Orion Pax head, keep those arms like that, fold down the feet, bring around the legs and bring them up so they tab in. There's little tab holes in the chest, like that. And there we go. There is a chest and a head for Optimus Prime, which looks pretty good, I guess. We'll get to that. So, put all that off to the side, and then for the trailer, it becomes the rest of his body, which is kind of cool. I think this would work better as, like, any other Optimus Prime. I think they did it for Star Convoy, and so it worked pretty well then. But it could work as, like, a power-up Optimus type thing, but to transform it, you just want to take apart the sides. Let's bring them around like this and like this. Bring around these panels, and then the legs come split, and you have that going on. So, whoa. Bring down the feet. They click. So, if you could see that or hear that, they're kind of at an angle. And then these panels flip down, and then they just kind of fold all the way around like this. And then the arms come around, fold up, come down around, the panels flip up, that's clicked in, so it's, you know, flatter. And same on the other side. Flip up the smokestacks. Make sure that peg is flipped in. And there you have the shell of Optimus Prime, pretty much. So, I'm just going to do this. There we go. Now that we have this all completed and we have this, it literally just slides in and clicks. And there we have Power of the Primes. And there we have Power of the Primes, Leader Class Optimus Prime in full robot mode. And it actually looks really good. I can't lie, it looks really good. This was honestly one of my favorite looking Optimus Primes up until Siege and Earthrise, because it just looks good. It just looks like a good Optimus Prime. You know, it's a classic kind of modernized G1 look. It's beefy, it's big. Like, we'll show off the comparison in a second, but it looks good. My only complaint about it in robot mode is that the fists are gray, like every other Optimus Prime figure. And design. I'm trying to think if there's one that isn't. But like almost every other, maybe movie, I could be wrong about that, but pretty much every Optimus Prime figure and design has blue fists, except this one. And I think it's just because they're too cheap, too lazy to, you know, put in some more paint. Which is fair because after a while it would chip if you keep putting accessories in it, but still, it would have been nice to have a little bit more color. But he's very gray. All around, he's very gray. But from the front, he looks pretty cool. He really does. I really like that head sculpt. It's classic. It's nice. The blue on the windows is kind of cool. It's, you know, Cybertronian, you know, design-ish. You know, it's technological. And then the foil stickers, Autobot symbols, kind of sucks. But it's good. It's solid. It's big. It's fun. Yeah, I know. Just, you know, you can hold it. You can get a grip on it. It's nice. The gun is good. It's just the classic Ion Blaster, but it's a little bit more stylized, I guess, because it had to be two. But for articulation, he has a shoulder swivel. Yeah, but it's at a weird angle, so it comes up weirdly. It's like kind of far back. It's fine. It doesn't look too terrible, but it's definitely odd. He has an elbow bend, bicep swivel, and out at the shoulders. That's cool. Nothing at the wrists, which sucks for a leader class. He has a ball joint at the head, and same on the other side for the arm, you know, the whole shebang. Nothing at the waist, which is just blasphemous. That's crazy. I think they had to do that for the gimmick and for the, you know, because there's a button right here that you click and it the little body pops out. But come on, you couldn't put like a waist swivel right there or something? I don't know. Anyway, not a far kick, farther back for whatever reason. Out at a pretty nice, you know, kick out. Thigh swivel, elbow bend, and then an ankle point, pivot, and out. So you can get some nice poses with the feet. And, you know, that doesn't look too bad. He looks good overall. There's just a few things here and there that could be different. Like the hands, less gray. Like I think these are the insides of the trailer, so I feel like these could have been red or something. I don't really know. I'm trying to make, you know, it better in my mind. But overall, it looks pretty cool. And because he's a Power of the Prime's leader class figure, all of them come with a form of the Matrix. So he comes with like the Matrix, and you just open up multiple panels, and there it is. It's inside there. It's in his chest. You can pull it out, and it's a very good looking Matrix. I gotta say, it's, you know, very nice, very classic. And because it was Power of the Primes, it would pop out, and it would be like this Matrix core, and then you could take one of the little Prime figures and put him in there, or put whoever you wanted in there. Basically, just have a guy in the frame. And then the gimmick was you would put it back in, he would be powered up with a Prime's superpower, I guess. So if you put Vector Prime in there, he could control time. If you put Megatronus in there, he would be strong. It was pretty cool. I didn't really care for, well, at the time I did, because, you know, Transformers, it was the only line out. But looking back, the Prime Wars trilogy wasn't great. The show was okay on Machinima, it was fine. But the toys, all Leader class figures had to come with a Matrix, so we kind of got robbed of figures then. All the Lux class figures had to be combiner pieces. All Voyager class figures had to be combiner bodies. You know, it was alright, I guess. And of course, the foil stickers. So, for comparison, though, here he is with a modern Siege Optimus, or somewhat modern. So, he definitely is old Leader class height. Like, Leader class big. And here he is with Studio Series 86 Optimus, like the Optimus now. So, you can see how far we've come. This is definitely the best Optimus Prime figure in, like, a main line. So, yeah. I just realized that he doesn't have, like, the gray on the front like every other Optimus does. That's probably G1 accurate, but that's interesting. But his colors look way nicer. He poses nicer. He looks better overall. Like, it's crazy how good Studio Series 86 Optimus is. So, overall, if you can get this figure for cheap, I say do it, because it's always nice to have more Optimus Prime figures in the collection, especially this one. This one has the cool gimmick, like, you know, Matrix, Orion Pax, Optimus. It's not bad, per se. It's just not as good as newer Optimus figures, so. But it's good. It scales well with MP36 if you have that, the Masterpiece Megatron, the new version. It's like he's a little bit taller, but it looks cool together. And if you customize him, you give him blue fists, or, you know, do whatever you want with him, I think it could look amazing. Unfortunately, he has weak ankles, so after a while, he just kind of falls back if you tap him a little bit. So, also on my copy, I don't know if you noticed, but I'll point it out. I broke the smokestack right there. I don't even know how that happened, but so be careful of stress, I guess. Oh yeah, I think that part is stressing as well. That's cool. But be careful. But that's with any figure, pretty much. Just don't be an ape with it. Just, you know, play with it. Don't throw it against a wall or be weird with it. But with all that said, I think this is a pretty good figure. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a like. If you didn't like the video, I don't know, dislike it or don't watch my content again, you know? It's up to you. But if you like the content, you can go ahead and subscribe, because that would be really cool. And that's about it. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next video.